Mount Rainier National Park is well known for its dense forests, waterfalls, wildflower meadows, river valleys, and of course, its icy glaciers. This park offers dozens of possibilities for hikers, with more than 260 miles of trails that wander through magnificent forests and peaceful meadows on the flanks of Mount Rainier and its glaciers. Mount Rainier is the highest mountain in Washington state and the tallest peak among the 48 contiguous states. Over the years, it's been called Talol, Tacoma, or Tahoma, meaning Mother of Waters, but was named Rainier in honor of Rear Admiral Peter Rainier, who was the first European to discover the mountain. The top of Mount Rainier is covered by 26 glaciers, each bearing a name. Mount Rainier National Park is the home of over 150 beautiful waterfalls. They range in size from the small water runoff variety to roaring falls over 300 feet high. Many of the waterfalls can be seen from the roadside, but those that are hidden in the park are definitely worth the searching. Every year, more than 2 million tourists visit Mount Rainier National Park, featuring over 600 campsites and lodges. The Mount Rainier region offers excellent outdoor experiences year-round and not just limited to hiking and skiing. You could go horseback riding, mountain biking, fishing, kayaking, or any other water recreation. There are steam train rides and a lot of other things to enjoy. Reflection Lakes receives its name from the full reflection of Mount Rainier in its waters. The picturesque view of Mount Rainier at Reflection Lakes is one of the most often photographed locations in the park. In summertime, the lakes are surrounded by wildflowers. In winter, the water freezes over to create a beautiful frozen lake covered with snow. Fishing, wading, and swimming are prohibited at Reflection Lakes, but you can still enjoy the beauty of the lakes framed with lupine, fireweed, and the occasional trout jumping out of the water. The 2 3/4 miles loop trail allows you to find yourself surrounded by wildflowers, streams, meadows, and panoramic views. Alta Vista is a magnificent trail with gorgeous views. In Spanish, Alta Vista means high view, and that's exactly what you'll enjoy on this trail. On a clear day, hikers may not only enjoy Mount Rainier, Sluiskin Falls, Pinnacle Peak, and the castle, but also Mount Adams and Mount St. Helens. Alta Vista is also a great place to enjoy the beauty of summer wildflowers that brighten the meadows. Visitors will encounter avalanche lilies, magenta paintbrush, lupine, partridge foot, bistort, valerian, and asters. Fall is a great season to take this hike and enjoy the colorful and picturesque flower carpet under your feet. The Alta Vista Trail is considered to be steeper than other well-known nature trails in the region, but you won't need special equipment for hiking because the trail is paved. Hikers also recommend taking a lunch because the elevation of almost 6,000 feet makes for a spectacular picnic opportunity. Skyline Trail is known as the best hike in Mount Rainier National Park. It leads hikers through alpine meadows and wildflowers at Paradise, past wandering streams and waterfalls, and even snowfields and glaciers. Skyline Trail loops up to Panorama Point, the most gorgeous and stunning viewpoint where hikers can enjoy a magnificent view of Mount Rainier. Panorama Point offers visitors breathtaking views of the Paradise region, the Tatoosh Range, and stunning views of both stratovolcanoes Mount St. Helens and Mount Adams. Skyline Trail also descends to Myrtle Falls and passes Sluiskin Falls. Myrtle Falls is a spectacular waterfall that flows from the snowfields of Mount Rainier. You'll want to spend some time here and enjoy this masterpiece. Skyline Trail is a great hike for enjoying the pristine nature and breathtaking views of the mountains that make this region famous. Sourdough Ridge Trail is a well-maintained trail along the crest of a 7,000-foot ridge, which was named for the sourdough bread preferred by the early miners. This trail takes visitors through beautiful alpine meadows with wildflower displays and offers probably the best views of Mount Rainier. Sourdough Ridge Trail offers a little bit different views of the ridge because visitors enjoy the other side of the drop-off of the ridge. This trail is not as crowded as other nearby trails. On their way, hikers may encounter ground squirrels and high mountain deer. Be sure to watch for mountain goats and black bears that live in the northern basins along Sourdough Ridge. All of these trails offer stunning and breathtaking views and make the mountains appear so close that you could reach out and touch them. Crystal Mountain is a year-round paradise that offers numerous activities and experiences. It's hard to find a resort in a more beautiful location than Crystal Mountain. Being situated on the northeast side of Mount Rainier National Park, it offers the most stunning views. Depending on the season, these 2,600 acres change into a hiking delight or skiing paradise. Emerald meadows full of wildflowers, spectacular hiking, biking, and horseback riding trails that wind through the forest, scenic gondola rides to the summit. All this and more can be found here at this summer wonderland. Winter at Crystal Resort is majestic. This place is one of the Northwest's premier ski resorts in the area, but it offers much more even for those who do not consider themselves to be snow enthusiasts. The new gondola takes tourists to the top of Crystal Mountain, where you will surely enjoy stunning views of Mount Rainier, dine at Washington's highest restaurant, and taste Northwest cuisine. The views from the top of the mountain will take your breath away. The Central Cascades region is a very popular recreational area, less than a 2-hour drive from Seattle. It's possible to leave the hectic pace of the city and within several hours, find yourself in a wilderness where time seems to stand still. Kolchak Lake has to be one of the prettiest alpine lakes in the region. The trail runs through shaded woods and reaches the turquoise waters of the lake, opening breathtaking views of Dragon Tail and Kolchak Peaks. Icicle Road is one of the most picturesque and shortest roads in the U.S. It would only take you 20 minutes to drive through from the beginning till the end, but the beauty of every moment would be pressed forever in your memory. This 13-mile road gives you the opportunity to enjoy the majestic beauty of the mountains, scenic green forests that in autumn put on a show of color. You'll also enjoy numerous streams and the Icicle River that run alongside the road. Icicle Road actually begins in the downtown of Leavenworth and wanders through the mountains. Along the road, there are plenty of opportunities for hiking, camping, picnicking, or snowshoeing, depending on the season. The beauty of this short trip is beyond words. You have to see it with your own eyes. Icicle Gorge Trail is a great loop by the river that allows you to experience the beauty of the Icicle Valley. It's one of the better hikes for families with kids because there are no additional trails that could cause you to wander off into the woods. Hikers will encounter many bridges and water crossings along the trail, all very well kept. This is a tremendous walk for summer days because the entire trail is shaded and a swimming hole awaits at Rock Island Campground. Shaston's Pinnacle State Park is a 34-acre park in Chelan County that consists of sandstone slabs and spires situated in the desert environment. These spires are called the Pinnacles. Lots of trails and climbable spires provide great views of the Wenatchee River Valley and the Enchantment Mountain Range. Mountain Home Road is a dirt road that connects Leavenworth and the Blewett Pass Road, which passes through beautiful forests, revealing great views of Icicle Canyon, valleys, and the surrounding mountains. This area is also considered to be a great mountain biking area, even for the beginner. It should also be mentioned that Leavenworth and the surrounding area is a great place to enjoy the cool weather and golden days of autumn, as it's perfect for enjoying the changing fall colors and roaring waters of the rivers. Many will tell you that fall is the best time to visit Leavenworth and hike these trails that run through the Central Cascades. The US 2 highway is the fast track travelers use to escape from the city and discover great and picturesque places near Leavenworth. Along the road, you'll be tempted to pull over and enjoy the rushing waters of the rivers, towering mountains and desert spires, along with a dam surrounded by trees of different colors. For several weekends every fall, you'll swear that the multitude of colors is just Mother Nature showing off. Created by Diablo Dam, Diablo Lake is located on the Skagit River between Gorge Lake and Ross Lake. It receives the flow of numerous glaciers, including the largest in the North Cascades National Park, Boston Glacier, located on Mount Forbidden. The scenery of the area is fantastic, and the color of the pristine water at Diablo is beyond description. The lake's brilliant turquoise color is thanks to glacial flour. The fine rock sediment created by the glaciers is brought into the lake through small creeks. These particles stay suspended in the lake and reflect an intense turquoise color. Diablo Dam was once the tallest dam in the world at 389 feet and is now a part of the Skagit River Hydroelectric Project. It supplies Seattle with a large part of its electric power. The dam received its name from a Chinook word meaning devil. It is the middle dam along Washington Route 20. You can drive across the top of the dam and enjoy fascinating views. Diablo Dam was completed in 1930 and began to generate electricity in 1936. Diablo Lake Trail runs up along talus slopes of Sourdough Mountains, providing magnificent views of Diablo Lake and numerous peaks. This part of the North Cascades National Park is fabulous, with numerous views of granite peaks that seem to prick the sky. Autumn highlights this beauty tremendously. The sun lights up the golden fall foliage, creating a landscape from a fairy tale. North Cascades Scenic Highway SR20 runs along the most beautiful river corridor into the heart of the Cascades, offering breathtaking views and must-see vistas. Maple Pass Trail is an incredible hike on the scenic North Cascades Highway. 7 miles of absolutely dramatic views of alpine mountains, a pristine lake, and open ridges around the cirque of Ann Lake. Fascinating alpine meadows full of wildflowers lure hikers to sit and feel blissfulness. The trail was built by the Forest Service as part of the Pacific Crest Trail, despite the objections of the National Park Service. They thought that hikers will destroy the alpine terrain, but a compromise was reached. The trail was constructed, but it ends at Maple Pass, and no camping is allowed at Lake Ann or Rainy Lake. The Bowl and Pitcher Trail at Riverside State Park is one of Spokane's favorite attractions, filled with natural and historical treasures. This hike offers everything from basalt formations to a beautiful picnic area and campground. The Bowl and Pitcher Trail is a convenient escape from the city life and a wonderful place for walks around nature, capturing views of beautiful birds and other small creatures. This trail is also wide and spacious, making it easily accessible. Start your journey by crossing a very beautiful swinging bridge that connects Riverside State Park. Built by the Civilian Conservation Corps in the late 1930s, you'll enjoy views of the large basalt knobs that rest along the Spokane River. The Civilian Conservation Corps was established by President Franklin Roosevelt in order to give young unemployed men a way to earn money. The CCC was responsible for several of Riverside State Park's amenities. Besides the swinging bridge at the Bowl and Pitcher, they also built the Aubrey L. White Parkway and the rock walls situated on both sides of the river. The Bowl and Pitcher is a geological phenomenon with its bountiful basalt formations. Basalt is any kind of lava with less than 53% silicon. Basalt formations cover the largest southeastern part of Washington, giving us an idea of the geological past of the region. The most famous basalt formations of Spokane are situated at the Bowl and Pitcher. You may choose either upstream or downstream destinations for your walk. Both directions offer spectacular views. The downstream direction will open views on rapids on the Spokane River, on Devil's Toenail, and will take you to a beautiful basalt bench with gorgeous views of Mica Peak, Mount Spokane, the South Hill, and West Plains. Taking the upstream direction will open views on peaks of basalt formations where the Spokane tribe first settled. Spokane Indians used basalt to carve and as a canvas for paintings. The bowl and pitcher offers great opportunities for hiking, cycling, picnicking, and much more. Because the trail is so close to town, enjoying it is not necessarily limited to weekends. Iller Creek is a scenic 5-mile loop that runs through lush forest and over a ridge with marvelous views of the Washington Palouse and the Selkirks. In the middle of the trail, hikers reach Rocks of Sharon, one of the most popular rock climbing destinations around. Big Rock is the largest of the granite formations that make up the Rocks of Sharon. More specifically, Rocks of Sharon are clusters of stone outcroppings that shoot up in the Palouse Hills. Geologists believe that volcanic magma from the Earth's hot mantle pushed upward into the fractures of the bedrock around 70 million years ago. It cooled to form the erosion-resistant stone outcroppings of this area. These trails treat hikers to panoramic views and large climbable plutonic granite formations. Rocks of Sharon is an 8-mile loop trail primarily used for trail running. This trail is available from March through October. A hike to the top of the mountain rewards you with beautiful views of the Palouse. Hikers may also take the trail that loops right, aiming you towards a ridge that opens up to even more views of the Spokane Valley. This path then descends to the Iller Creek Trail that will take you back to the Rocks of Sharon from the opposite side. This trail is also close to town, but tends to be not as crowded. Hikers should be ready to encounter moose, deer, elk, and porcupine throughout the hike. This trail is considered to be a rock climber's paradise, as well as offering hiking and wildlife watching. Iller Creek and Rocks of Sharon are two of the best hikes in the Spokane area, and also a great place to snowshoe in the winter. Steptoe Butte State Park is a 150-acre park and a 3,612-foot tall, beautiful natural monument, famous for its panoramic views of the surrounding farmlands of a very picturesque Palouse region. Wheat and canola are the most common crops here. Steptoe Butte is a 1,000-foot-high quartzite island, total elevation of which is 3,612 feet, rising above the farmlands of the Palouse and offering gorgeous views of this beautiful silty soil. It was formed a long time ago during the Ice Age and was blown from the glacial outwash plains. No doubt hikers will enjoy this breathtaking panorama of green and yellow hills, blue sky, and small towns. The Palouse is a magnificent region of rolling hills and one of the richest agricultural areas in the country, as well as one of the biggest wheat and lentil growing areas in the entire world. Kamiak Butte is a wonderful and unique ecosystem island. It is, like its neighbor Steptoe Butte, a quartzite formation which is made up of older rock that has been surrounded by younger layers of basalt flows. The butte is around 1,000 feet higher than the surrounding fields and has a total elevation above sea level of 3,641 feet. The hike up to the summit of Kamiak Butte will seem very strange because of the lush forest, unusual for the Palouse region. This microclimate is created thanks to the steepness of the ridge, providing shade and lower temperatures perfect for vegetation. The most beautiful bird's-eye panorama opens from the top of the butte: rich farmlands, turbine towers, and colorful hills. Palouse Falls State Park is a 105-acre day-use park with numerous recreational opportunities, but the jewel of the park is a well-known Palouse Falls. The water falls from the height of 198 feet into a bowl carved out of the black rock. This view takes your breath away. In order to see the waterfall in its beauty, you need to hike to the top of the basalt plateau. Spring and summer are considered to be the best seasons for visiting Palouse Falls because it's the time when the waterfall increases the strength and attraction. Originally, Palouse Falls had the name Aput Aput, which means falling water, but it was renamed in honor of the Palouse Indian culture. The Palouse legend says that at one time, the river Palouse ran smoothly and flowed into the Snake River, but 4 giant brothers were trying to kill a mythic big beaver. They speared the beaver 5 times, but every time he was speared, he damaged the canyon walls and made the river to bend. The last time when the creature was speared, he tore out a big part of the cliff and made the river to fall. Even now, people say they see the marks of big beaver's claws on the canyon walls. Standing in the wildest part of Washington's South Cascades Range, Mount Adams is the second tallest mountain in the state. The western slopes are famous for the beautiful Mount Adams Wilderness Area, a popular destination for hikers, climbers, and campers. The trail that runs through the wilderness area offers breathtaking views of Mount Adams and all its glaciers, spectacular lakes and streams, and alpine meadows full of wild flowers that grow among lava flows and rim rocks. Mount Adams is created out of several lava cones from different eruptive periods. The latest known lava flows are called the Muddy Fork lavas, dating back 3,000 years. The oldest eruption was around 250,000 years ago. The Taklak Loop Trail is a short trail without any barriers that goes along Taklak Lake. The trail is wide, well graded, and encircles the magnificent, scenic, and popular lake, offering even more opportunities to enjoy views of Mount Adams. This trail runs close to the lake, taking hikers through beautiful meadows rich with wildflowers to the Tak-Tak lava flow from Mount Adams. This 10-mile lava flow is the youngest that surrounds the mountain and is around 3,000 years old. If you look up, you'll see massive piles of broken floatstones rising 120 feet over the ground. The Taklak Lake Loop Trail is a great way to enjoy an up-close look at the volcanic history of this area. The San Juan Islands are a collection of beautiful forested islands located in the north waters of the Puget Sound. Archaeologists say the sequence of rocks in the San Juan Islands is similar to those found east of the mountains, as all the islands are covered with volcanic rock. There are around 700 islands and reefs that can be found between the mainland and Vancouver Island. The sea border is the Haro Strait, which divides the islands into the Canadian Southern Gulf Islands and the American San Juan Islands. The islands are mainly rural, though there aren't many towns and residents here, but the number of people in this region increases during the summer when tourists flock here to enjoy the stunning scenery and wonderful recreational opportunities. There are 176 various size islands in the San Juans. The largest are served by ferries from the Washington mainland and each other. The other small islands are not accessible by public ferry, only with a private boat or float plane. However, some of the smaller islands are private property. Deception Pass Headlands Trail is a picturesque path that runs along Deception Pass State Park, offering marvelous views from the rugged cliffs, stunning views of sand dunes, green forest, and blue waters of the lakes. Deception Pass State Park is an amazing 4,134-acre park that offers 77,000 feet of saltwater beach and almost 34,000 feet of freshwater shoreline for exploration. Old-growth trees, sand dunes, different kinds of birds and animals, all of these can be found in the park. the best way to explore the park is to go hiking. The Headlands Trail is one of the most popular paths. It takes visitors through the park along its beautiful acreage. The hike starts at the CCC Interpretive Center and leads you to Rosario Head and back. In order to thoroughly enjoy the headlands, choose the Bowman Bay Rosario Beach Trail, which allows you to enjoy spectacular views of the Olympic Mountains and surrounding lake. If you go west, the path will take you through the forest, revealing great views of Bowman Bay. Shark Reef is located on the southwest side of Lopez Island. This beautiful and easy hike takes visitors through the peaceful forest to the rocky cliffs and treats you to stunning views of San Juan Channel. Shark Reef Sanctuary was once a military site, but it has been transformed into one of the most scenic hiking areas. Hikers get to enjoy Mount Finlayson across the channel, as well as the highest mountain on the island, Dallas Mountain. If you look south, you'll surely enjoy the snow-capped Olympics. Straight ahead are jagged reefs, offshore rocks, and Dead Man Island. Spencer Spit State Park is a delightful 138-acre marine park located on Lopez Island in the Strait of Juan de Fuca. This place is famous among tourists and is a popular place for crabbing, car-top boating, and clamming. The park got its name thanks to the sand in the lagoon. Native Americans used this perfect place for fishing, crabbing, and clamming. Spencer Spit is a gorgeous and stunning beach full of pebbles and sand that can be hiked year-round. Low tide time is a great opportunity for exploring the marine life. Spencer Spit is the perfect place. When you come here, it's easy to lose the sense of time because time stops here. Or Orcas Island is the largest of the San Juan Islands. There are numerous opportunities to observe orca whales from the long shoreline of Orcas Island and the inland waters of Puget Sound. Enjoy orca whale or killer whale nature tours. The marine inland waters of Washington State are home to around 300 orcas. 3 pods, known as the southern residents, are typically here from mid-April to early October, but the best chance to see them is from late May through September. Take a whale watching tour and you'll not only see orca whales, but other species of whales, gray, minke, and humpback whales, not to mention seals, porpoises, sea lions, otters, bald eagles, and numerous seabirds, such as great blue herons, rhino auklets, surf scotters, and puffins. Friday Harbor is perfect for scenic drives, hiking, and biking. You'll pass numerous green fields, rugged beaches, and well-maintained hiking trails in the forest, as well as along the shoreline. Wildlife here is abundant. Keep your eyes open for fox, soaring eagles, and other coastal birds, herds of deer, marine animals such as sea lions and seals. The abundance of nature here is almost indescribable. Perfect views of Mount Rainier, Canada's Vancouver Island, the Olympic Peninsula, the Olympic Mountains, and so much more. Cattle Point is one of the most popular places on southern San Juan Island. Its history started in 1853, when the Hudson's Bay Company established the Bellevue Farm on the island. Cattle Point Lighthouse was built in 1935, but a special lantern that navigated the way has been working here since 1888. Though the lighthouse is closed to the public, the views it offers are worth the trip. Limekiln Point is a very nice 36-acre park located in the western part of San Juan Island. This island is very popular among tourists because it is considered to be one of the best places in the world for whale watching. The lighthouse located in the park is a center for ongoing orca research, but it's open for tourists and tours during the summer. It was built in 1919 and still serves as a navigational beacon for ships in the Haro Strait. A very nice path runs along the rocky shoreline and offers great views, taking hikers from the Karen Monroe Outlook all the way back to the lighthouse. Mount Finlayson Trail is a wonderful and easy route that takes hikers around Mount Finlayson on the San Juan Island. The path runs through lush green forests, passing lagoons, and offers stunning views of the Olympic Mountains, Mount Baker, and the Cascades. Mount Finlayson is more of a hill than a mountain, and it rises along the southern shore of San Juan Island. The loop also gives the opportunity to explore the wooded side of the mountain, the northern side, and the southern side, open prairie. The summit of Mount Finlayson gives the opportunity to enjoy and marvel at the beauty of the coastline that stretches below, and enjoy the hovering eagles, sandpipers, and hawks. Tulip Festival in the Skagit Valley of Washington State is one of the most beautiful, spectacular, and magnificent floral displays in the country. More than 1 million people come here to enjoy and explore over 300 acres of colorful flowers annually. April is the month when the festival is held. Usually, tulips start to bloom in the beginning of April, and the second week of April is the time for the fields to be in full bloom. The Skagit Valley is often called Little Holland because Skagit tulips grow in similar conditions as Holland tulips, similar soil, latitude, and altitude, as well as similar marine influence. Tulip Town and Rosengard are the two main farms where thousands of tulips are grown. Tulip Town offers acres of colorful tulips, over 60 varieties that brighten the fields. This farm is very kid-friendly, with numerous activities for kids such as kite flying, trolley rides, and more. Washington Bulb Company is the second largest tulip growing company, famous for its ornamental garden, Rosengard, with 750,000 tulips of 100 varieties. Rosengard offers wonderful views not only of the blooming tulips, but also of snow-capped Mount Baker that sets a perfect background for the blooming fields. William Rosen emigrated from the Netherlands in 1947 and started his family bulb company here. His company began as a bulb farm on 5 acres of land, with his office in the garage along with all the tractors and farm equipment. But this small business has become the largest in the United States and is still owned by the Rosen family. Nowadays, the company owns over 1,200 acres of fields with blooming tulips, daffodils, irises, and 15 acres of greenhouses. The Skagit Valley Tulip Festival is a must-visit event in the region because the beauty of these colorful flowers is simply beyond words.